Okay, hi there. So these are my bees, well, some of the bees. So I'm just gonna get suited up and then I'm gonna dive into this beehive, and welcome to the Erik Effekt. Okay, so springtime is on the way here in South Africa, so I need to get these guys a little more space. So I've got them 2 brood frames that I want to replace today. As the idiot that I am, I forgot my hive tool, so we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna gear up, I'm gonna give them a little bit of smoke, just to start calming them down. But also, I'm gonna get myself all gloved up, because these are very scary bees. Okay, here we go. So let's get some smoke in there. You don't want to give too much. You just want their instincts to tell them that they need to engorge themselves on honey, that there's a fire around, you know? So get some smoke, blow it up their butts. All right, now we give them a little bit of time. Also, I need to attach my strap around because we've got some badgers. Now, these badgers, they're quite ridiculous. So this is the strap I'm going to use. I'll put that on the end. For now, I really just want to give them some space, because otherwise they're going to leave this hive. I should put a super or another brood box on top of this. However, the brood box I brought is, unfortunately, it has a bottom and I didn't bring my screwdriver, so I was a little unprepared. But I was enough prepared to have all of this. But yes, so here we go. So just to kind of show how crazy these dudes are, I'm gonna find a stick to be able to pry some stuff open. Nice little green wood. Just because they don't care so much for nature as they do for me. There we go. And you don't want to make too much ruckus, otherwise they get really antsy. They don't like that. So see how I'm peeling this away? That's not great, but that's all the propolis that they have built. Look at that thing. It's been winter, so they've gotten quite wet over the winter. I'm gonna need some more smoke. Just come on, guys, calm down. It's okay. So this is not gonna be fun. They're a little bit wild over the winter, but hopefully I can just get them a little bit of smoke. Oops. No, stand upright. There we go. All right. Yeah. As long as you don't smush them, they don't mind you too much, but I cannot guarantee that. The thing is, slow, steady movements. Oh, they are busy. They've been real busy. Oh my, okay. They have stuck this completely down onto their hive. So this is gonna be this is gonna be a little bit of a rough one. So I'm gonna need to replace this top. I'm not gonna do it today, but it's good to know that I'm gonna have to do that in the future. There we go. So you can see there, they just completely broke off because of all that propolis that they've built over the winter. Now again, if I move very slowly, very surely, they will not like me being here, but as long as I don't smush them too much, then I might be okay. This box is full, so I really need a hive tool. I made a big mistake not having my hive tool today. I can smell the scent of banana, which means that I have squished one of them. That's not good. That's not good at all, because that's the alert pheromones that they release and that the other bees respond to. But this hive really needs some work. It needs some space, otherwise they are not going to be able to complete the spring. So here we go. We're just giving them some smoke. And I'm not gonna search for the queen today. I'm not gonna do much at all. I'm just going to lightly ease out these side frames as much as I can and replace them with some fresh frames just to give them some space. Yeah. So as you can see, they are really not happy to see me. Also, throughout the winter, they've built this in a very bad way. They've attached themselves to the sides. There we go. We got this out, but this one is attached to that one, so let me just take a look. Here we go. So as you can see, this is really not good. There's a whole lot of brood. Those are all brood cells, especially the big ones. Those are drone cells. You can see on the side here, when I tear this away, this comb is not good. So I'm gonna need to remove this. So let me just place this on the side here. And then I'm gonna just place this down very lightly. And I'm gonna take out this piece that is just wax that they have attached to the side. And I'm just gonna put this in my box. That's not good. That's not good at all. You don't want them attaching to the side of the box, but this is what happens over winter if you are not able to pay close enough attention to the bees. So this is all old, slightly dead comb. Now normally I would have my hive tool and I would just scrape the box, and at the moment I can't show you that, but in here are these little pieces attached to the sides, and it's just the fragrance. If you are not scared of dying, I would say that this fragrance is very nice to smell. It smells of banana, specifically the acetylcholine esterase reaction of banana. Right. So honestly, I can see some honey. Let me just get these guys out of the way, get some more smoke in here. As you can see, they're not happy with me being here. That's okay. If I was invading my own house, I would not be happy with myself either. Now normally, they would be stinging me in the crotch. And believe it or not, they're actually quite cooperative right now, which is not what you might think, seeing what I'm going through here. So I'm just gonna lift out this side as well, as to try and get one comb of honey, one frame of honey. So these are brood frames. They are double the size of the frames that you would use in a, as it's called, a super. And again, I was an idiot. I don't have my hive tool, so I'm just gonna shift these over, and they're gonna get real angry at me for being here and doing what I'm doing. So what I'm seeing here, but you're not able to see, is that they have a lot of brood. So there's a lot of young bees that are gonna come out within the next few weeks. And what I'm looking for right now is just one of their honey stores, so that I can replace that with some frames that I brought, so that they have some space to make some more food, because spring is right around the corner for us here in South Africa. And yeah, there we go. So This is a good frame. That's a honey frame right there. Let me just get those off. So you'll see that's a frame full of honey. Compared, that's not good. You don't want to bump the bees. But you know, as I said, I'm very klutzy today, very clumsy. Now my hand has honey on it, so the bees are going to come to me. So that's a honey frame. Compare that to what I showed you here. That's a brood frame. So you'll see the brood, especially the drones on the right, left hand side, I don't know which side. On the one side there that stands out, those ones, those are drones. Now they make drones because they need to procreate. That might mean that the queen is not in here. Might not, might just mean the queen is quite prolific at creating drones. But I can feel the weight of this honey frame. So I'm going to take this one. And I'm just going to put that in there for now. Now these bees are really not happy with me. Now they have another one honey frame, 1.5. So I can technically take another more because I know that spring is right around the corner. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to just give them some free frames. I'm going to try and be as careful as I can be to not squish the bees. I just squished another bee. So with how strong this hive is, with the amount of bees I'm seeing, I do believe there's a queen in here. And later on in the spring, I might investigate and actually try and find the queen. But for now, they seem to enjoy their honey frames on this side. So I'm going to put a fresh frame. This is just foundation wax. I'm going to put a fresh frame down. And I'm going to have to get some smoke going because they just don't want to get out of the way. Get out of the way, ladies. And I say ladies because they are all ladies. There we go. There we go. That's the one. There we go. Fit that frame in there. Okay, so I wished to put 2 frames in. No, get out of the way. Okay. So I really did want to give them 2 free frames today. But spring is right around the corner. However, not quite here. So I will rather err on the side of caution. Give them 1 new frame. Give them back their brood frame. Excuse me, ladies. Get out of the way, please. Thank you very much. So the smoke essentially deals as a dual purpose. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. So yeah, this hive had 1 too little frame in any case because of this frame that was attached to the side. I'm not going to put this one back. I'm going to take this. This is going to be wax. I'm going to give them another foundation frame on the side here. Right, so these are Langstroth hives. They have 10 frames. I've taken out 1 that's honey. I've taken out 1 that was a little bit of a dud. Now, honestly, I wanted to maybe turn this around, but I'm just going to give them back this top lid. I'm just going to try and do my best to not smush them. There we go. So they're already a lot less aggressive than they were when I was here just a week ago, after having left them for the winter of about 3 months. So then I'll put this back, and unfortunately it's inevitable. I'm going to squish some of them. Some of them are going to get squished right now. And you might see that they are really not happy about that. But okay. Honestly, this was actually quite good. They were really well behaved. Thank you so much for accompanying me, ladies. Now, let me attach the frame, the strap, because otherwise the honey badger here, we've got honey badgers that just rip your hives to shreds. Not even joking, to absolute shreds. So I'm gonna need to put that down there, bring it up to here, and then I'm gonna have to crawl down underneath. To get the honey, or to get the strap. Right, there we go, got the strap. Now let me just pull this tighter. And normally I'll wrap it around once or twice, but honestly that's not really needed, because one time around, tighten down, will do wonders. They will not be able to have a honey badger come and just chuck this hive over, as I have had before. There we go, tighten that down. Excuse you, lady. There we go. So, boom. I cannot move that. So that's about it. And now I can't stop the video because of all of the protection I have. But they've got some space. I've got their broken hive right here. Just gonna shake off as much as I can. So I have this box right here that I put the frames in that I want to use, that I put the honey in, and I'm just gonna give this a smoke. And honestly, at this point, you might just stick around with me until I'm able to actually push the button to stop the recording, because these gloves, they won't allow me to do that. So I will see you the next time I do this, or I will see you in the games that I play. I hope you found it interesting or enjoyable to see some in real life content of what I do. Cheers, guys. Okay, put that in there. Yeah, get off there. You guys are gonna come with me. Yeah, okay. Good stuff. Now we walk out. We walk over to this way. I don't even know. My phone's dying, so I don't even know if you can see me. But, oh gosh, whoop. It's a little bit foresty in there. If you can or want to see that, there it is. So if you do want to see and still is recording or are recording, this is what I'm doing. I'm just literally busy smoking myself. Try and get the bees off and away, and then I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna drive with the windows open with my suit still attached a good ways down there before they will start to leave me alone. Also, I just want to get them out of this box, and then I'll put the lid on, but I don't want to open my car too fast because otherwise they're gonna be here. So let me put you here. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. No, that didn't work. There we go. No. I'm gonna take my gloves off just to stop the video. So I hope you all enjoyed. Cheers.